So happy Monday, everybody. Find child's pose. And recognize that child's pose is this beginning spot, but it's also an inversion. And where your chin and head is relevant. Where your knees are located, that's relevant. But what's most relevant is that you have the ability, the permission to move your body where it is more comfortable. This particular pose is a rest pose. So find the spot that you feel the most ease. And it could be with your arms reaching. It could be with them behind you. You could play around with where you place your knees. Put some attention on your ankles even. We hold tension, we don't even know that it's there until you bring awareness to it. But this pose is opening the tops of your feet, your ankles, your knees. Sometimes, if you allow it, your shoulders, because you let them sink a little lower into the floor. And so just start to bring slow, steady inhales through your nose. And maybe this morning, just a long sigh, an easy exhale. And that long sigh is really important. It tends to soften you. The next one, if you want, again, nothing I say is a requirement, it's all an invitation. But if you'd like, walk your hands over to the right side of your mat, maybe off of your mat. A little soft bend in your right arm. Take a very slow inhale, maybe slower than before. And then again, open your mouth for that sigh, but make it long. Maybe the hips sunk back a little bit. And take it over to the other side, just gently opening the side body, noticing the alignment of your chin and your neck, and trying to just make it easy. Slow inhale. A nice loud, long exhale. And then slowly walk it back into the middle. Maybe just one more today, just to kind of really bring your awareness inward. Nice slow inhale. And on this exhale, maybe you become louder. Maybe you feel the vibration in the back of your throat. And then that allows you to gently float up kind of effortlessly into a tabletop. And here you might close your eyes because it really does bring your attention inward. And move through any variation of cat-cow that you like. So you drop the chest and lift the chin on the inhale. And on the exhale, round and open the back while pushing the floor away. Know that you can turn your wrists around, spin your ankles around. You could shift into shoulders or hips. But this is really that kind of personal exploration of where is your body today? What is got a little tension and what doesn't? Where do you need to increase engagement and decrease tension? And every day it's kind of different. Your body's different every day. So by focusing on your breath, it helps to find those little spots. And then you'll come to neutral. So this is that strong back. Belly's drawn in. The inhale kicks the right leg behind you. The left arm goes forward. Find some stability here. And then exhale, round, connecting elbow to knee. Inhale, make it really long. Exhale, really round. Inhale, longer. And then exhale, round it. And then this inhale, the longest, and lift it up a little bit. Float the arm off to the side, bend your back knee, get the outside of your foot, and kick up gently. Now stay here for a breath as you let your shoulder go away from you, and then release it down. Finding this solid space again, the left leg goes back, right arm reaches. Exhale for connection underneath you. Notice your core draw to your spine. Inhale, make it really long. Exhale, really round it. Inhale, make it longer. Last time, really round. Inhale, make it long. Arm floats to the side, reach behind you, grab the outside of your foot, and kick up to the ceiling. Shoulder peeling away, lots of easy breath, and then everything relaxes. Back to the floor. And then shake your head around. Maybe even, here's one for you, open your mouth, jaw. Move your jaw around so that now you can relax it. Then curl the toes, send the hips up to the ceiling, and walk around in your first down dog of the day. So bending your knees, pedaling your feet, really actively lifting out of your wrists. Notice that your chest is pressing towards your thighs. And then move your head around. Let it be heavy. No tension. And then inhale to the tippy toes. Shift down to the right. So as you're here opening your side body, notice that you've got equal pressure on both hands. The head is still heavy and you're breathing. Inhale to the toes. Shift down to the left. So soft bend to the left knee maybe. And just kind of press into your rib cage. And then inhale to the toes. And slide your heels as low as they want to go. Always knowing you can leave that little bend in your knees if that's better. And then walk your feet up towards your hands. Separate your feet out as much as you like. The wider you go, the more stability you might have. And then bend your knees enough so that you're just hanging everywhere. You're just loose. Maybe sway. Maybe grab opposite elbows. Shake your head around. Again, notice your jaw. Any tension, let it go. Personally, I like to take a bind. So arms behind you and open up the shoulders. Again, this is personal. So where in your body today can you find ease? And then release it and come back to the middle. And just like, the side of your face on the ceiling, the left fingertips go down, the right ones go up, the right leg is straight. And then play around with where your head is. See if you can find some ease. And then take a wrap. So again, hovering your hand off the floor is maybe a way to get more length. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, right hand down. Left arm goes up. Play around. There's always movement in these poses, right? And then wrap behind you. Just finding the sweet spots. Inhale, reach up high. Exhale, melt and be heavy. Like really heavy. So shake your head around. And then walk your feet together so they touch. Right on. So forehead is melting into your shins because there's no tension here. First one is a half lift. So straight legs, straight back. You're looking about 5 feet in front of you. And then exhale, melt. This one, inhale all the way up. Reach really tall. Get some space in your waist. And then forward fold all the way down, right into your shins. Inhale, half lift, a longer, straighter spine. Exhale, melt and be heavy. Inhale, get tall, reach high, shoulders even open. And exhale, forward fold all the way down. Really nice. Inhale, half lift, longer spine. Exhale, melt and be heavy. Inhale, reach all the way up. And then forward fold, hinge from your waist, unlock your knees as you go. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, place your hands on the floor, step or float your feet behind you, and stay in this high push-up. So as always, if you need to be on your knees, that's perfect. Any variation of this that you want to do is great. You just want to lift out of your wrists and shoulders. Then inhale, shift slightly forward. Exhale, ride it down to a hover. Inhale, roll over the tops of the feet, upward facing dog. Exhale, back over the toes, downward facing. So that's our flow. As most of you know, we do lots of them. And they're always optional. So never worry if you want to skip it. But they do help warm up your body. So inhale to the top of a push-up. You take the rest from there. Elbows stay close. Perfect. Awesome. And then we'll get some movement going. Inhale, right leg high. Let your foot drop. Bend your knee. This is a hip opener. And you can let gravity do it, or maybe you help it along with some circles with your knee. The biggest thing to remember is let your head be heavy here. Inhale, leg to straight. Exhale, send it through to the right hand and rise for Warrior One. And in Warrior One, your back heel is spun to the floor, kind of on an angle. The front knee is pushing out to pinky toe. And as you're reaching up, your shoulders are dropping into your back pocket. Inhale, reach higher. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step back and flow. High to low, up to down. Right on. Inhaling, left leg all the way up. Exhale, drop the foot, bend the knee, maybe do the circles. But again, press your chest to your thighs. So try not to load your shoulders. Shift back. And then inhale, leg to straight. Exhale, send it through to the right hand. Back heel spins to the mat. Now you can pay attention a little bit to the back arch. So lifting your back arch off the ground will shift you into middle, right? Between both feet. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hands to the mat. Sending it through a flow. High to low. Take your time. Cool. Inhale, right leg comes up. The exhale, you send it through, and on the inhale, you rise up to warrior one. Take all the time you need, and then glide warrior two. So here you might walk your front foot over a little because it feels like you're on one ski. And then the tailbone roots, the shoulders lower, but your chest lifts. Exhale, windmill the hands to the floor. Send it through a flow, high to low. Perfect. Inhale, left leg high. Sending it through to warrior one. Trying to sync your movement with your breath, slowing it all down. And then glide warrior two. Perfect. So again, place your feet where you like them. Feel the equality of your feet. Feel that you're in the middle. And then windmill on your exhale all the way through. Perfect. Nice. A little bit deeper. Inhale, right leg high. Steady exhale sends it through. Inhale, rise, warrior one. Exhale, glide, warrior two. Always place your feet where it feels better. Turn the palm to the ceiling. Exhale, forward. Inhale, up and back. And here you might want to notice where your head and neck end up. Again, trying to be as aligned as possible. And then back to warrior two. The exhale sends you all the way through your flow. High, low. Right on. Left leg rises on the inhale. Exhale, send it through. Inhale, rise. Exhale, glide. Easy. Palm flips. From the waist, you go forward, up and back. And it feels like you're coming out of your waist. So your feet are really rooted, but the chest is really lifted. And just take a breath. Then bring it back to warrior two and exhale all the way through your flow. High to low. Perfect. So from down dog, slow, real slow, inhale. And maybe a loud exhale. Cool. Then walk, step, or float your feet to the middle of your mat. Slowly rise. Draw your feet together. And try this one on for size today. So you're standing tall. Close your eyes for just a breath or two, or maybe three. And notice the distribution of weight on your feet. See if you can even it out. And when you've got it, then you're going to open up your eyes. Inhaling, arms come up overhead. Palms touch, interlace your fingers, cross your thumbs, and release the index. And then lower your shoulders back down. So you've got your feet really solid on the floor. Inhale from your feet, through your knees, through your waist, through your chest, over to the right side of the room. So you're here for about a minute. This pose is dependent on your legs. So squeeze them together and lift up your kneecaps. That'll get you the strong base that will take you up and over. But remember the movement here. So if you get a little choppy or a little stuck, just back up a half an inch, go higher so that you can create more space by pushing your left hip over to the side, softening your jaw, ease up on your neck, lower your shoulders, breathe, and always half inch back, maybe 1 inch over. 1/2 inch back, 1 inch over. Just wiggling your way up and out of your waist. Nice and easy. And for the last breath, relax your jaw as you go over to an edge. 3, 2, slowly come back to center, but keep your arms really strong and drop the shoulders if they happen to come back up. Inhale, lift up through the waist. Exhale, over to the back, left. So rooting your tailbone here is really key. So find your tailbone and root it down. What that will do is it'll give you more space in your spine. Pulling your arms back by your ears, not so far that you splay your rib cage, but far enough that you are really tall and straight. And as you breathe and move, using now the right hip and the arms to reach up and out of your waist, lifting your kneecaps, strengthening your legs, go back to your tailbone, root that down again for the last big inhale and even bigger exhale for 3, 2, perfect. Bring it back up through, let your head relax, shake it around. But don't leave it there. You want to pull it up right through the middle so you're looking forward. For those of you who like supported back bends, that's perfect too. So either way, again, paying attention to the alignment of your neck. Lift your chin up first and then go back. Push your hips forward. Relax your jaw. Back bends are trust poses, so it's just a matter of how much do you trust yourself. 3, 2, so good. Inhale, rise. Exhale, forward fold all the way down. Bend your knees, shake around. No tension. Head is heavy and loose. And then you'll separate your feet out about 6 inches apart. Deep knee bend. And so what that means is you want to drape your chest on your thighs. Feel that connection. So however much you need to bend your knees. And then slide your hands in from the front. So your fingers go first all the way to your wrist crease. So bend your knees enough that you are truly on your entire hand. And then let your head drop. Heavy. Shake it around. Now draw your belly towards your spine as you exhale everything out. And on the next inhale, begin to pull your elbows to the side and straighten your knees. Forehead's going right into your shins. You're kind of like a sandwich, pulling space out of your spine, but you got to breathe. So 2 full breaths here. Make them slow, make them easy. Awesome. Release your hands, turn your palms to the front wall, and walk your feet together. Squeeze your knees together, toes are touching. Drop your hips down to knee level, arms come up for chair. So here you want to root your tailbone. Exhale, reach way back, get long. Eyes about 4 feet in front of you. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, arms go way back, maybe touching the floor. Not necessary though. Inhale, arms come up. Last one. Exhale, reach back, nice and steady. And then inhale all the way up, standing. Swinging right arm underneath the left, nesting your elbows together. So find that compression. That's what this pose is about. Sit low. Inhale the right leg up, over, and maybe today behind. If it doesn't go behind, don't worry about it. If you need a kickstand, don't worry about it. So now you want to lean back so you're kind of upright. Root your tail, and then begin to line up your elbows and your knees. And today, for the next 2 breaths, maybe elevate your elbows above your chin and feel something different. 3, 2, perfect. Inhale, reach way high. Exhale, swing left arm now under right, really nesting. And then again, sit low. Inhale, left knee up, over, and behind. So you're trying to find as much contact as possible, skin to skin. Then lean back, sit down, soften your jaw. 2 breaths, maybe floating the elbows, maybe lining up the knees. Certainly loosening the jaw. 3, 2, perfect. Inhale, reach way high, palms turn. Exhale, sit low, arms go back, tailbone roots. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, arms go way back. Inhale, arms go up, palms touch. So straight up into the ceiling, and then maybe float your heels off the ground as high as you can. So it almost feels like your entire ankle is pressing to the front wall. 3, 2, inhale all the way up. Exhale, forward fold all the way down. Really good. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, move through a flow or just meet back in down dog, either way. And then walk your hands back towards your feet. Come up to stand. Find mountain pose. If you'd like to take a breath or two with your eyes closed to notice the distribution of your weight, it's helpful in the standing practice. So when you're ready, you'll inhale the right knee directly in front of the right hip with a strong flex to your foot. And again, you look like a staircase. So the positioning of your knee is really critical. If it's too low, that's your hip flexor. If it's too high, you've taken your hips out of alignment. So figure out where you are with a very flexed foot and stay here as long as you like. Sometimes going back to basics is a good thing. So if you're feeling a little frisky today, maybe you'll interlace around the knee, but keep your knee right there. Or maybe you'll bring your body down towards your foot and interlace around the foot. Either way, if you have your foot, you might kick forward and gently round forehead to knee for 3, 2, perfect. Step down on the right foot, arms come up overhead, palms touch, left toes reach for the back wall. You are one long stick. Balancing stick. It's like a seesaw. There's no bend anywhere. You're very long. You look like a capital T. 3, 2, bring it back up and reset. Really good. So the next one is the hip opener. There's lots of variations. Tree pose is one, so if you like that. It's a little more stable because you're using your own body to stabilize. The next is to pick up the big toe with the right 2 fingers and thumb. Good. And if you can't get your toe, get the knee. But get something. So hang on to something. And then, if you're in tree, you might send out some good vibes to the universe. If you're not, you might kick your foot open. You might open your knee like a gate. Wherever you are, just breathe. 3, 2, perfect. Draw the leg back into the center. Kick as high as you can. Reach as high as you can. How high can you get your foot? 3, 2. Step down in a slow hinge right into warrior 3. Any variation you like. Personally, I like the bind behind. So you choose. Maybe you want to reach your arms. 3, 2. Slowly rise and reset. Nice. Right elbow bends at right hip. Palm will face up. So you'll just simply drop your hand down without turning your wrist and pick up the inside of your foot. So the key is not to turn the wrist. There you go. Left arm goes up to the ceiling, real close to your ear. So this is about a minute pose, all of them are. It's about 10 breaths. So take the first couple to work through your alignment because it's so much easier to move from a place of alignment. So knees line up, arm is really straight, and breathing is easy. It's just easy. From here, you might want to take the next 3 or 4 breaths with that kick and lift of your knee. The equality in the reach and the kick is what will keep you standing upright. 3, 2, super good. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, forward fold all the way down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, hands to the floor. Step back and flow. So you're back up in downward facing dog where you'll walk your hands back to your feet once again. Come up to standing kind of gently. Find mountain pose. Maybe close your eyes to get the balance back in your body, that equality. And now we work the left side. Inhale, left knee directly in front of the left hip, strong flex to the foot. So we flex the foot really strong because it helps to engage everything. So when you use muscle to keep your skeleton uplifted, it gets easier. And again, this is a really nice place to hang out because there's lots going on in the standing leg, all the muscles in the back of your body. If you want to interlace around the knee, great. If you'd like to reach for the foot, great. If you're worried about falling, knock that off. You don't need to worry about that. We fall all the time. So if you have your foot, you'll extend and maybe round forehead to knee for 3, 2, really good. Step forward on the left, arms come up, hinging on that steady, straight, long leg. Opposite directions, point the toe in the back, reach the arms in the front for 3, 2, slow rise, and reset. Right, hip openers. So again, your options, many. Tree is a good one because it does provide that stability. If you're good to go, maybe you get the toe, roll the left shoulder back, and if you're even gooder to go, you kick forward and swing. The goal here is to keep your chest and spine tall, wherever you choose to be. Perfect, just breathe. And then float the leg back into the center, kick as high as you possibly can, maybe even a little higher. 3, 2, step down and slowly hinge. Warrior 3, any variation you like. Interlacing hands behind you, pushing the chest forward, or maybe reaching the arms forward. 3, 2, slow rise, really good, and reset it. Left elbow bends at left hip. Simply drop your hand down without turning your wrist and pick up the inside of your foot. Awesome. Right arm goes to the ceiling. Glue your bicep to your ear and get really tall. So again, this is one of those spots that if you utilize your tailbone by rooting it down, you might find some more space in your lower spine. And that's when, if you found the space, you might want to expand it by kicking and reaching. Just breathe. It's easy. 3, 2, perfect. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, forward fold all the way down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, moving through a flow, or coming back down into child's pose just for a moment. So take all the time you like. Maybe get some water if you need it. The next part, we're going to go through a couple flows. And really, I would highly encourage you to work the rhythm of your own breathing. So, as always, if you're in the middle of an exhale and I say inhale, stick with you. Stick with your personal rhythm. Yoga's best when it's about you. So if you feel ready to go, you'll find yourself in downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg all the way up. Exhale, send it through to warrior 1. Take your time. Glide open, warrior 2. Flip the palm, hinge forward, go up, back, reverse your warrior, and take a full breath here so you can feel your rib cage open. Notice your neck. Bring it back to warrior 2. Chin turns to the back wall for side angle. Elbow to knee or hand to floor. And then left arm reaches all the way to the front wall. Pull the shoulder back by your ear. Left hand comes down, right arm goes up, spin up on the back toe. Again, trying to stack your shoulders and notice that you can press the side of your face up to the ceiling so you're in alignment. Then take a wrap when you're ready. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, come down to your elbows. Maybe drop to your knee. If you like arm balances, this is a setup for that. But if you're in lizard and not in an arm balance, try to pull your knee closer to your shoulder. You want your knee aligned in this one. And then place your hand on the inside of your foot. Spin the back heel down. Press into your back foot. Lift up your left arm. Exhale, wrap or bind. It's just a deeper side angle, but paying attention to the location of the side of your face will help with your alignment. And then release it. Come around to a low lunge. Hands start at your chest. Press your palms. Lower your shoulders as you lift up, and then twist elbow past the knee. This can be done on your knee or your toe. It does not matter. If you're on your knee, you might want to float to your toe. And then release your hands to the floor. Step back. High to low. Up to down. Take your time. Perfect. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, send it through. Warrior one. Glide it open, warrior two. Turn the palm to the ceiling. Hinge forward, go up, back, reverse. How slow can you breathe here? Bring it back to warrior two. Chin turns to the back wall. Side angle. Elbow to knee or hand to floor, whichever you like. Notice your neck alignment. Reach the right arm forward. Get long. Take a breath. And then right hand goes down. Spin up on the back toe. Left arm comes up. Perfect. Take a wrap when you're ready and guide the shoulder away from your ear. Inhale, reach up high. Exhale, come down to your elbows. You can drop to your back knee. You can let your head be heavy. Try to hug the knee into the shoulder. Maybe play around with an arm balance. And then place your hand on the inside of your foot. Spin the back heel down. Left arm high. Deep side angle. And take your wrap or maybe your bind. In order to get the bind, it requires that you lower your hips, which might mean you need to open your stance. Nice. Spin it around to a low lunge. Hands start at your chest. Big lift through the waist and a twist, using the leverage of your knee to move your spine, and then elongate your spine. And breathe. 3, 2, hands to the mat. Send it through a flow. High to low. Take your time. Nice. Inhale, right leg all the way up. Exhale, send it through to warrior two. So find your feet where you like them. Push your knee out to pinky toe and then close your eyes. 2 breaths. Again, noticing the distribution of your weight and how quickly you can recover. Perfect. Straighten the front leg. Turn the toes inward. Flip the palms upward. This is a back bend, so go easy, go slow. Inhale, bring yourself up and back. Exhale, forward, fold all the way down. So grab a hold of whatever you can reach. Your feet, your toes, your calves, doesn't matter. So, some of you, if you need a deeper stretch, you'll just walk your feet closer together and keep pulling. Some of you might like a headstand. That works too. Just breathe. And then exhale fully. On your inhale, flat back, float up, warrior two. So finding that foot position again. Now the left hand spins to the mat. Right foot's going back. Right arm's going up for a side plank. Any way you choose. So you can stagger your feet. You can be on your knee. You can float the foot. You can flip your dog. Just breathe. Perfect. Place your hand on the mat. Hang out in a plank for about 5 pauses. Or maybe you like to do push-ups. It really depends on what your body is asking for today. And then move through a flow. High to low, up to down. Take your time. Inhale, left leg all the way up. Exhale, send it through all the way to warrior two. Again, figure out where you are first. Then close your eyes and see if you can identify the muscles that will keep you more balanced without any external factors, right? Straighten the front leg. Turn the toes in. This time palms come behind you. Press them together. So it's really important that you have that bind, if you're going for that, pressing the palms together, and then lower it down for a back bend and forward fold for an inversion. So this inversion is kind of nice. If you let your head shake around easy, if you let your body sway, and you let your shoulders actually relax even though they're in a bind. Slowly bring yourself halfway up. Arms go to the side. Right fingertips go to the floor or hover above. Left ones go up. Okay, so you get to choose where you want to put your right hand. It's the depth of the twist, but also pay attention to the side of your face and your neck alignment. Take a wrap if you like. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, left down, right up. Again, give yourself an opportunity to move into the place of ease. So play around with where your head goes. Maybe wrap if you like. Perfect. Inhale, reach up high. Exhale, hands to the waist. Float it up. Warrior two. Now the right hand spins to the mat. The left foot goes back. Side plank on the other side. Again, you're playing around with what places feel strong, or maybe places that need some support. And then, hand to the floor, 5 push-ups, or hang out in that pause, focusing in on your core, wherever you choose to be. Good job. And then move through a flow, high to low. Perfect. Inhaling the right leg all the way up. Exhale, send it through to crescent. So crescent lunge is the hip opener. The arms go really high. You're on your back toe. And before you go anywhere, feel the alignment. So the right hip wants to pull back and the left one wants to go forward. Perfect. Now guide your knee to the floor in the back, all the way. Relax your toes. Right fingertips touch the floor, or maybe your waist, and you lift up and out. So if you can't reach the floor, don't sweat it. Just lift up and out. And then bring it back up to the middle. Left fingertips down or to your waist, up and out. It's kind of a variation of crescent standing practice, right? And then bring it back into the middle. And you're going to be here for 3 full breaths in a back bend, any way you like. So you can support your head, your back. You can bind if you like. But the goal is to lift up. Look up. Nice. Shift forward into some splits or the beginnings of splits. That means shift your hips back, push your heel forward. And again, splits are the ultimate hip opener, right? So you want to pay attention that your right hip is going back and your left hip is going forward. That will help you get the alignment that your hips love so much. The other key to hips is gravity. Just let gravity do it. You don't have to force it. Nice. Walk your foot off to the edge of your mat, but leave it a little forward. It's easier that way. And then come down to your elbow on the left. Take your right shoulder, roll it back so you're looking up at the ceiling and gently pushing out on your hip. It's called twisted monkey. And once you find some ease, if you do, maybe you want to reach behind you and get the outside of the back foot. Maybe. Not necessary, but sometimes you could. Just breathe. Nice. And then bring it back. Find pigeon on the right. So pigeon is kind of one of those poses that takes a little bit to figure out how to get into it. And once you're in it, you should be okay. But you can adjust it by where you place your foot. So if the foot is farther away from you, it's a little more intense. If it's closer to you, it's a little less intense. And I highly recommend taking your hands behind you and letting them flop anywhere you want. So, no tension, no strain. And how do you know where to go? Well, your breath is a really good GPS. If you're not able to calm the tension down by just breathing, then back up a little bit. So 2 really slow breaths here. Long, drawn out inhale. Kind of loud exhale. Perfect. When you're ready, you'll place your hand on the mat, move through a flow. Your pace, your way. And then inhale the left leg up. Send it through to crescent. Again, the back leg is straight, heels lifted off the ground. Find your hips and see what you can do to make yourself feel really kind of steady and strong. And then guide the knee to the floor. Relax your back toes. Right fingertips touch the floor or your waist, and you're coming up and out, trying to be as upright as you can be. And then the other side. So again, your back knee is on the floor. It's easier. And then bring it back to the center for a back bend, any way you like. This one might be different. But ideally, you can feel your chest open up to the ceiling, and you can steady your breath. Nice. Bring it forward into some splits or a variation of splits. Send the hips back or push the heel forward, either way. But let gravity do it, wherever you end up. Another full inhale, full exhale here. And then you'll make your way into pigeon on the left. So again, you get to choose where you put your foot. And ideally, you're on the top of your leg in the back. Sometimes we shift off to the side. And while that's never bad, you'll get a little more benefit if you can level your hips. And you'll certainly get more benefit if you can take your arms and let them just kind of fall anywhere with no tension behind you. Two more really slow, easy breaths here. And maybe the last exhale is kind of loud. And then you'll come through a last flow for the day. Lots of breath, lots of ease. Or you'll just make your way into child's pose and hang out. Then we meet back in child's pose for a moment. This one might be different. Maybe you try to bring your knees to touch and your hands behind. When you're ready, you'll make your way onto your back, laying flat with your feet close to you for bridge. It doesn't matter which direction you face, just laying down. So feet are close to you, and if you can check to see if you're in the right spot by kind of the distance of your arms. So if your fingertips can touch your heels, you're good. And then you'll lift your hips up as high as you can. Maybe interlace your hands underneath you. Notice that your hands are still touching the ground. And then press your palms together. Maybe walk up onto your triceps. Push your shoulders down a little more. Push a little bit higher. So it feels like you're opening the space between your chin and your chest. So take 2 breaths here, nice and easy. Awesome. Slowly bringing yourself back down, nice and easy. Draw your knees into your chest, roll around. We're going to do bridge one more time today, and if you prefer to try wheel, just be careful. Go easy and pay attention to the quality of your breath. That's the best way to guide it. If you like to just stick with bridge, you just push a little higher. The feet go in the same spot. Bridge, the arms go under. For wheel, you take your hands up around your shoulders and push high. So 2 steady, easy breaths. And then lower it down, nice and slow. Happy baby is a lovely place to be here, so maybe grab your feet, or if you can't get your feet, get the knees. Roll around on your back. Pressing your knees below your rib cage is kind of nice. And then send the feet up to the ceiling, lowering your straight legs all the way to the floor. Once they get there, arms come up over your head, and it is a double exhale to bring you to a seated position. Come up and touch your toes. Turn around, lay on your stomach for a few rounds of cobra. And so for cobra, think midline. Think everything is zipping up. It's like a zipper. Gives you one leg. Hands come real close to your rib cage. Elbows zip in tight. Feet stay on the floor. So notice that you can feel the tops of your feet on the floor. Connect your heels. That matters. This is not a big movement to begin with. So just gently lift your chest. Notice that your feet are still on the floor, and then play the piano with your hands. That'll put you in your back and kind of take it out of your hands. And then release your left ear down. Let your arms go anywhere. And just breathe. The next one, your hands come behind you, interlace them. If that's not comfortable, just send them out like wings or like an airplane. And again, the feet zip up, but this time everything lifts. So thighs come up, chest comes up. It's a little bit more intense, a little bit higher. Notice the length of your neck. Notice the ease of your breathing. And then relax the right ear down and let everything sink and drop. So the next one, you have 2 variations. One is less intense, one is more intense, but trust me, they're both intense. One variation is floor bow, where you reach behind you and get the inside of your feet or ankles. The other variation is upward facing dog, where you place your hands by your rib cage, come all the way up to straight arms. In either case, the goal is to get your toes to touch your head. So if you're going into upward facing dog, get tall and kick your feet towards your head. 3, 2, good. Push back into child's pose. Complete U-turn. Breath or 2 in child's pose. And then you'll come up to sit on the floor with your right leg out, just off to the right, straight. The left knee will bend, the sole of your left foot on your thigh. Feels like tree pose. Inhale, reach really high, shift slightly to the right, and extend out over to your leg. Perfect. So again, here, notice where your chin is. See if you can make it neutral. In other words, you're kind of reaching with the crown of your head rather than your chin. And then you just breathe. Then release it and come up to change legs, change sides. Reach out all the way. find lots and lots and lots of length. Bring it back up when you're ready. And place the soles of your feet together. Again, you're looking for length in your spine. So lean forward with the crown of your head. And press your chest forward, crown of your head forward. Lowering your knees as low as they can. Slowly coming back up. Send the legs out straight in front of you. This one, get real tall. Arms reach really, really high. Exhale, forward fold. Get a hold of anything you can get a hold of. It doesn't really matter. And then roll your shoulders back away from your ears and take 2 breaths as you draw your body towards your legs. The inhale sends you closer to your feet. The exhale just gives you some space to get there. One more time. And slowly bring yourself back up, laying on your back for your final inversion. Doesn't matter if you turn around or not. Take it step by step. Feet above you, straight up in the air is lovely. If you have a block and you want to put it underneath your tailbone, that's even more lovely. And sometimes it's fun to go into a shoulder stand, but once you do, if you do, make sure you take the time to relax in your shoulder stand. You've done enough work. This is where you turn things upside down and let it be easy. If you are in shoulder stand, sometimes it's just nice to go into plow where your toes drop on the floor. Maybe even bend your knees. And as you make your way back down, very slowly, draw your right knee into your right rib cage. Send the left leg out long onto the floor. Just let it relax. And then take the knee across your body. Once you settle into this, slow inhale through the nose. Loud, long exhale. Gently make your way to the other side. Just a little spinal twist before you find Savasana. Take it across your body. Again, get settled and then slow inhale through the nose. Sort of loud, long exhale through the mouth. And then you come back into the middle where you give yourself the opportunity and the permission to move around to find that place, whether it's on your side, on your back, it doesn't matter. This is a place of ease. It's kind of like an ease bank where you give yourself a couple breaths to figure that out, and then you find it. And there is amazing power and ease and stillness. So while it's really hard to make your mind still, it might be easier to just focus on the weight of your body on the floor, on the relaxation of your eyes, of your jaw, the dropping of your shoulders, the heaviness of your hands, of your feet. Or maybe just the natural rise and fall of your chest. There's no effort here. Your body is perfection. my hope that you feel lighter, easier, better as you walk through the rest of your day and the rest of your week. I truly enjoy every time you guys come. Thank you for your presence and your energy. You make me very, very, very happy. Namaste, everybody. Take your time coming up.